So the relays are all that's to come on the track today. Women's A and B heats, and then men's 4x1 will follow. Mixed relay tomorrow. Just a little bit of context on that javelin throw. I believe it's actually 9th on the European all-time list. Super impressive. Now, obviously the seeding of the relays is the most unpredictable, just because you could put any kind of quartet together. Quite a young Estonian quartet we've got here. Mia Ert and Anna-Marie Milend, both involved. Magdalena Lindner, one of the headline names for the Austrians. Great to see Kira Neville back. You can notice that Sarah Lavin is actually on the final leg, bringing Ireland home. Obviously going in the sprint hurdles tomorrow. Cypriot team, including the Fotopoulou sisters, who we've already seen in their individual events earlier. And Serbia with their young European under-20 minutes, Ivana Ilic on the second leg. On to the Latvians. Okay, maybe not known for 100-metre sprinting, Latvia, but there have been some good performances today, as we saw in particular third overall in the men's 100, unexpectedly. The wind playing a part in that, and then the Bulgarians on the inside. So they're really keen for every point they could get at this stage in proceedings. So if you're watching by now, you might have watched the last couple of days. You'll know that it's an aggregate result. Heat A, the so-called slower heat, but harder to say that here, certainly with a lowercase. And then Heat B to follow. And naturally that will include all the teams that you don't see here, such as the home team, Slovenia, and the Belgians, who should be strong. So Bulgaria, Latvia, Serbia, Cyprus, Ireland, Austria, Estonia, and Israel, who've just had those couple of victories in the steeplechase, the last event that was on track, and the high jump, last field event to conclude. Estonians going well with Mia Ott, another European junior medalist. And watching through the centre for the Irish team, who should be in a strong position. What about Cyprus with the Fotopoulou sisters as well? Ireland got the baton in hand just about, and the Austrians now pushing along with Lindner. So now coming through this final bend, let's have a look at who's at the front end this race. It's Lavin of Ireland against the Austrian Bill Huber, and Estonia edging into contention. Are Ireland going to take it? Just, only just, in 43.98 seconds. And Sarah Lavin was put in a good position there, but still had to make sure that she held on. Estonia closing really fast. What a great job on the final leg from Anne-Marie Kivikas, another who was in the individual 100 metres. And the Austrian quartet get a solid third place in this initial race. So yeah, two of the promoted teams from 2023 featuring in the top three in this initial women's sprint relay.
We've seen some really close races today, haven't we, Alex? And this one didn't disappoint at all. Sarah Lavin going on that final leg. And Ireland doing such a good job to hand over to her in the position she was. To see the handovers in such great detail. Look at these for finishes. Always so good to see these races so closely contested. And Estonia, they've had their highs, they've had some lows today as well. It's certainly a good high to end on, second in the first of our two heats. Where will that put Ireland? Can we accumulate all the times after this second heat?
Well, fascinatingly, the Estonians in second place have got a national record. You can see there it was 44.21, and it did contain actually three of the four quartet who ran here today, and it was at the last edition of the European Team Championships in Silesia. So great to see that improvement there. Only just behind Sarah Lavin in the end, the Irish team. It was very close in the end, and this is the photo finish graphic you can see there. So Lavin, of course, on the left-hand side as we look, and the Estonian Anne-Marie Kivikas just behind.
here is the lineup for the second heat of the women's 4x100 metres. As Alex mentioned, always hard to read into the seedings of these events, but Denmark, some talent. Keep your eyes out for Lorsell, already raced today. Belgium with Delphine and Cancer and Lotte van Lent going as part of their team. They are in lane 7. I expect certainly bring some heat. Norway next to them. Blagan is still going in the women's long jump. You can see it. Potnik, who has quickly become a fan favourite here in Maribor, setting a personal best, finishing second in the 100 metres. Keep your eyes on her. She hasn't had much time to recover. Victoria Forster, the leading name in Slovakia's team. Romania going in lane 3. Silakalolu, he raced today. Goes again in this women's 4x100 metres, taking on leg number 2. And Croatia on the inside. Zic will lead them out. Julojic will bring them back home. So Denmark in 8, Belgium in 7, Norway 6, Slovenia go in 5. Keep your eyes on them, led out by Lucia Potnik, who impressed in the 100 metres individual race. Slovakia go in 4, Romania 3, Turkey in lane 2, Croatia on the inside in lane 1. Belgium, well, they'll be looking to make up for the points that they've just lost through the disqualification in the 3,000 metre steeplechase. They've been told by their captain to run their own race. Keep those pressures off their mind. But this is an event that really encapsulates the team spirit, and we will have the athletes called back. And you can see the officials in red making their way over to the screen as well, everyone scattered around each corner of the track. Watch on. Well, it's never the start that you want ahead of a 100 metre or 4x100 metres, but we haven't seen many false starts today. That's to be said.
No, we haven't, but it is a reaction time of 0.058. So that came for Denmark, and that's why the camera is focusing on Ida Weiterbommer. And she's saying, who, me? But appears to be a green card.
Well, there'll be a rush of adrenaline going through Ida Weiterbommer's veins at the moment. But they will drop back down into the starting positions. And as we can see, as Alex just mentioned on our results that come up on the screen, significantly faster reaction time to the rest of the field. But we do continue with all 8. Croatia 1, Turkey in 2, Romania 3, Slovakia 4, Slovenia go in 5. Keep your eyes on the home favourites. Norway in 6, Belgium 1 to watch in 7, Denmark go in lane 8. Heat B of the women's 4x100 metres. Keep your eyes on the outside lanes. Denmark, Belgium and Norway. Expect a quick start from them, and it is Denmark who are flying into the first changeover. Weiterbommer using that adrenaline well. Slovakia starting to move round on the inside. Romania being left behind slightly. Belgium starting to move up, and a disaster for Norway, who have to make a quick decision, but it's one that will cost them, but they need to get moving again. So Denmark back into this. Belgium going really well, and it is Belgium who are striding away. Delphine and Chiasa doing exactly what she did in her individual event. And Belgium will take top spot once again. Well, they were always one of the teams to watch, along with Norway, but an absolute disaster on the outside. Denmark having to work really hard from lane 8. Well, Alex had a false start, all the changeover drama. But Belgium once again on top spot.
Yeah, fascinating then. In the last few moments, we've obviously seen a disqualification from one of the teams that was briefly leading overall, Belgium, and then a victory in Cancer, her second of the day, of course. And then you see the Norwegian team struggle to get the baton around, just waiting to see if they did come up with a finish time. Yes, it has. So they do seemingly get 2 points, and they get 2 because Latvia were disqualified from the first heat, and any further disqualifications, that obviously that number would rise. But crucially, they did in the end get a score, even if they were some nearly 20 seconds down on the leaders. So 1 hit for Belgium and 1 hit for Norway, and we've still got 1 more set of relays to come.
And there are the results from Heat B. Belgium back on top spot after a dramatic last 10 minutes for Belgium. Denmark taking second, Slovenia, important points for them, 12 points. And that's the accumulation of results, so Ireland doing really well indeed with Estonia. So the top 2 coming from the second heat, the first, or the 2 after them, then coming from the first. Confirmation of Latvia's disqualification there, which of course gives Norway 2 points. Well, they needed to get it over the line, and you have to praise the Norwegian team for going back and reorganising themselves. Well, here is the clearest shot of why Latvia were disqualified. Handover outside of the zone.
Hello, I'm Leonardo Fabri, and you must subscribe to the European Athletics channel, because otherwise I'm gonna fight you.